vacation, huh? Nev's gonna take care of you. You're all gonna pay for what you've done. Nothing you'll remember.
No! Don't leave. What the hell is going on? Prison? What am I doing here? I have to get out of here. Oh, shit! I'm so hungry. Ugh, it's gross, but it'll have to do for now. I won't stay here that long. What was that? What the hell? What is this place? The library. I've been here before. Okay, so either they're all dead, or they forgot about the welcoming committee. It's me. I don't get it. Is this a memory? It's stuck. I've got to find a way to go further. What was I looking for again? Where did they disappear to? What am I doing here? Change shoes. Hello? Anybody here? Hazel and her damn plans. Hazel. She wanted me to talk to the Warlocks. Osborn is here. I have to find him. What's that doing here?
You shouldn't have come here!
What the hell? The Warlocks attacked me. They're the ones who locked me up here. But why? I really gotta get out of here. Osborn's gonna have some explaining to do. coin. What's that doing here? Come on, MM. You can do it, girl. It's strangely normal. Almost cozy. I should maybe read about this before I use it. Quite the program. My oh my. That's quite a crowd. The last entry is from 2016. I wonder how many vessels have been caught since then. Let's see what that did. That's impressive. This tower is incredible. It's like it's from another time. I've never seen anything like it. Three circles, just like the platform. I should be able to do something with that. Three circles, just like the platform. I should be able to do something with that. Something moved. Again. worked. Oh, come on. There's more. Hope that's the last one. Silence! Let the prince speak.
My dear I thought I had made myself clear.
Me too. I told you there would be consequences.
Destroying one of my closest What did you expect?
Do what you gotta do.
I see. M.M. Lewis, you are charged with the murder of Sir Pro Bono, Prince of Gloucester and Knight of my house. How do you plead?
Guilty. Silence!
How could you dare attack one of my knights?
He had it coming.
If that's your defense. Hilda! Come here.
My prince.
Hilda McAndrews. Were you aware that your child was conspiring to assassinate one of my generals?
No, I was unaware of that. But I'm sure that she regrets her actions.
What? No!
This entire incident has shaken her to the core. She wasn't herself. I know nothing can make up for what she did, but I assure you it won't happen again. You have my word.
Your word. How nice. I'm sorry, but I cannot allow such a brazen act of rebellion to go unpunished. But I have heard your plea. MM's unlife will be spared.
You're too kind.
But you will pay for her error.
Excuse me?
Gentlemen, seize her.
What?
And brand
No!
Hilda
What the hell are
McAndrews
you doing? Let her go!
for the insubordination of your
I'm
child.
the one who destroyed him.
I hereby sentence you to forever bear the mark of her crime.
You can't! It was me! I remember my rage and my horror when they grabbed Hilda. Why would I have done that? Try and remember, damn it. What they did. How could I have forgotten that? Is that the exit? I did it! My head.
What the? Shit! Clyde, get Deneb. She got out!
What? How on earth could
No
she?
time for that. Go get him!
Out. I'm out?
Ugh, who cares about Deneb? Do you think Iverson gave a shit when she offed all our guys?
Huh? Wait, Iverson, are you talking about the party? It wasn't us.
And now she's awake. Great.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Don't fall for her act. She came here to destroy us. Don't forget it.
What are they talking about? I'm not here to... We thought you were behind the attack.
Just can it? You can stop the little dance routine already? It's not gonna work on us. So spit it out. Why did your bitch of a prince betray?
You're gonna start by dialing it down a notch.
You can't talk to me
I could care less. It's not you I've come to talk to.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Where's your boss?
Here. Miss Lewis, I presume.
Osborn. At last.
Well, you certainly are resourceful. Few people are able to escape from memory traps without assistance. Though I doubt you were able to escape with your memory unscathed.
What are you trying to tell me?
I do hope for your sake that you have recovered all of your memories. Otherwise, they're gone. The process is more or less irreversible.
You've got to be joking.
I'm afraid not. Let's put the matter behind us. Now that you're here and conscious, we'll be able to talk.
Why did you lock me up?
You represented a threat.
A threat? I just wanted to talk to you.
And why, pray tell? To explain the reasons for your prince's betrayal?
The prince is on edge. She thought you might have been behind the attack. But seeing your reaction, I'm guessing you're not.
You're putting me in a somewhat awkward position. I would like to take you at your word, but that would mean putting what's left of my men in danger. If you're telling the truth, you're going to have to prove it.
Honestly, if I wanted to finish the job, do you seriously think I would have come all by myself?
Point well taken. Go on. I'm listening.
You have to believe me. We're not responsible for the attack at the party. The prince will be relieved to know that you're all safe and sound.
If only that much were true. Many of our brethren were in attendance at that accursed reception.
The prince has sent someone there to find out what happened. It was a dangerous decision, but it was the only way to get to the bottom of this. And in the same breath, she sent me here to see if you were safe.
Very well, my dear. I would like to believe that you're not here to finish the job, as they say. However, the idea that your prince sent you to help us? Iverson may be many things, but she is most certainly not sentimental.
You're right. That isn't the only reason I was sent.
Just why are you here, then?
For our alliance. I know these times are tough, but the prince wants to make sure our agreement still stands.
What agreement?
What do you mean, what agreement? The union you were supposed to celebrate at the party.
Be more specific. What were the particulars?
I'm not sure I understand. You know exactly what it was about. Why are you asking me?
I want to know if I can trust you. Or if you're trying to pull one over on me with your eloquence. So please continue.
With all due respect, Mr. Osborn, I'm a little too old for pop quizzes. We both know the broad terms of the Alliance. I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. Can we just get down to business?
Nice try, but that won't work on me. Come on, be honest. You've no familiarity with the details of our agreement. Am I wrong?
No.
That's what I thought. How unfortunate. How are we ever to negotiate if you don't know the terms of our alliance?
Negotiate? I'm not here for that, Mr. Osborn.
Look around you. This room used to be teeming with devoted kindred. We lost 3/4 of our people. Hartford has taken serious risks. In all regards, risks that are not on par with your prince's commitments. We demand compensation.
I see.
You are obviously not the most qualified to be having this conversation, but if you want to have some good news to take back to your prince, you're going to have to come back to the table and give us something.
With all due respect, I don't think...
Enough small talk. What is your prince willing to give us to salvage this alliance and right the wrongs that she's caused us?
I could get you a place on the Primogen Council.
No. Say no more. I appreciate your gesture, but I already have a seat on the Primogen Council.
What?
You heard me right. Iverson already promised me a place in the Primogen. It would appear that your prince has a rather generous hand in her distribution of seats.
Finally, something we can agree on. What if the prince gave you a slice of her city?
That would depend on the neighborhood.
Hey, ma'am, girl, where are you going with this? Whichever one you want.
Downtown?
Within reason.
All right. How about Charlestown?
Why not?
Very well. We have a deal. I'll contact our headquarters in Hartford to iron out the details.
Fantastic. Hazel's gonna kill me.
Well then, it looks like we have ourselves an agreement. Hartford will remain under Boston's umbrella for now. Iverson will still have to answer for the party. What happened was unacceptable. I will not turn a blind eye.
I understand.
That being said, I applaud your demeanor. The situation wasn't exactly to your advantage.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. I'll contact your prince in the next few days. I think we're done here, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk to me about.
I would like to ask you a few questions. If you have a minute, of course.
Of course.
You have any rivals in the blood business?
Yes, there are a few. Malkavian spawn in particular. They had the market cornered for a good amount of time, especially in Gwendon King's day. Even though I don't approve of their methods, I must admit that they excel in their art. There are few capable of producing blood so pure.
Seems like your business has been turning for quite some time. Am I right?
Indeed, you're not mistaken. Warlocks have always had a special talent for getting the most out of blood. Call it our trademark. There's always been trafficking, but what your prince is proposing goes much further, combining Dr. Dunham's expertise with the skills of the Tremere clan. The result would be...
enormous.
Precisely.
I bumped into a few people during my detention. Humans.
Yes.
Who are they? What are they doing here?
They're the forgotten, the invisible. People who live on the streets. Junkies. Squatters. They wander in here by choice or ill fortune. Well, we do need blood, like everyone else.
No, I'm good.
Very well. Best be running along back to your prince. I'm sure she's eager to hear your report.
That she certainly is.
Very well, Miss Lewis. Mr. Moses, would you please escort MM out? It would be a shame if she were to get lost again. As for the rest of you, it seems we need to start packing our things. Next stop, Charlestown.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. That's not a good sign. Special Agent Smith.
The FBI. Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Don't worry.
I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Free. You're gonna be okay.
Lieutenant Anderson. I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith. Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room. But I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know. Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut. Bullet wound in the right hip. A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT.
Sorry, I'm busy.
There's a retainer here somewhere. Moore's driver's license. This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Pass. Don't. Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? There are bloody prints on these bags. Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. Ugh, what a stench. Dinner of a mortal who's at the end of their rope.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
I'll finish you and I'm on my way.
Who'd leave that lying around?
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. Looks like Lydia's planner. Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent. The apartment has changed since my last visit. Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Jason, proud of his family and his success. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia. His MIT class ring, right where you can't miss it. The same one I saw on the body. Lydia, radiant and beaming. I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. Newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
She's a very respectable woman who loves her husband very much. I don't know what sick kind of world you live in.
And you would certainly not like to find out.
They had their ups and downs, just like any couple. The staff had noticed that she went to Costa Rica fairly often without her husband.
Was she thinking of leaving him?
Not at all. Just the opposite. She begged him to spend more time with her and their daughter.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No. But believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions. Somebody slept here. A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. Why were you looking for peace, Jason? I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch.
Jason Moore. That guy had it all.
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns. June's whole life in pictures. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica. June dressed up for Halloween. June celebrating her 4th birthday.
There.
The diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
There. There. Poor kid. You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her. I've never been in this part of the apartment before. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. Beryl, will you ever change? I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave. The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people. A bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. A cell phone. Locked, of course. A drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk. The blueprints of a house on the west coast of Costa Rica. Pura Vida Extension Project. June in Costa Rica. This is where I met Moore for the first time. deeds, stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camarilla's business.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family, then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
Any leads on what happened before that? When Moore got here, he was injured, right?
We're on it. We're still piecing together a timeline. I wonder if this case is connected to the massacre downtown. But what I just don't understand is, where was he going?
What do you mean?
Well, in Moore's bedroom, there's a suitcase that's packed, and an outfit laid out on the bed. Like he was going to get dressed.
And?
But he didn't get dressed. There were no clothes for his wife or daughter either. If you ask me, he was going to leave alone.
That's it?
Oh yeah. The guys in the parking lot said they saw one of Moore's cars leave after he came home. Hey, do you think the wife was in cahoots with one of the bodyguards to get rid of the husband?
I'm listening.
Well, a lot of times in cases like these, it's the spouse who did it. What if the wife was having an affair with one of the bodyguards? She packs up her and her daughter's stuff, while her lover lures the husband into a trap somewhere. For some reason, things don't go according to plan. He comes home injured and figures out what's going on. He attacks his wife, and the bodyguard kills him to protect her with whatever he happens to find. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Not bad. Keep digging, Baker. It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes. Account statements from different banks. Nothing that concerns us. A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Lydia and June at the beach. A safe. Now we just have to find the code. Nice collection. Working for us has its advantages. Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us? An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87, Dijon Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. you found anything?
I'm going through the financial records. Moore managed the accounts for a lot of big names in Boston. Here, take a look for yourself.
Anything worth noting?
Honestly, I don't know. It's not my field. We'll have to take it to the Financial Crimes Unit to see what they make of it.
Are you Lahane?
Yes, sir. Agent Smith, was it?
Yes. You were the first person to respond to Baker's call?
That's correct, sir.
You got here well before your colleagues, didn't you?
Oh, that. Yes, I was on patrol in the neighborhood, while they had been called away on another case.
All right. Get in touch if you find something.
All right.
June's whole life in pictures.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way. There.
There was a lot of money involved. We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon. A thank you letter from Fortress Security after the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash?
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests. Oh, there are bloodstains on the garbage chute. Oh, there are bloodstains on the garbage chute.
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
Well, I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Any news, guys?
Nothing yet.
vehicle ran into the wall. Feeding on that is beneath a kindred. Even access to the trash is restricted here. Locked. Can't be forced. Locked.
Hello, Mr. Bazori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the Kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. That's not very honorable.
What? But
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The sixth floor tenant left around 11? At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen it in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Missouri, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
You sure you want to piss me off, Wyatt?
Of course not, Mr. Missouri. I have no desire to waste your time at all. But I just can't open these dumpsters. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened. And...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
Before I get really angry, do you want to tell me what the hell is going on?
I'm scared, Mr. Missouri. Scared of what you're gonna think when you see what I've been doing in there. I didn't mean any disrespect.
You're not doing a very good job. Get a grip, man.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Missouri.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've already wasted enough time with you.
I can't just open the door for you like that. I really can't.
Really?
You've got to understand. I can't let you see what's inside.
I was really hoping we'd come to an understanding. I'm sorry, Mr. Missouri.
What? Son of a bitch. Damn it. He played me for a fool. An old glass bottle taken from the trash.
Nothing yet.
Fuck, man.
Any news, guys? All right, no problem.
Sorry, I'm busy. Interesting.
Where in God's name is forensics?
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. It must have been used to dress a wound. doesn't just manage the Camarilla's business. The mayor's deeds. Portfolios of old shares.
I should put some money on that. I should put some money on that.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes. The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Ugh, what a mess.
Interesting.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way.
Finally, some action. Sorry, Smith. A little busy here.
I'm gonna throw up!
breathe. You're gonna be okay.
Hurry up. We need something, guys. I'll finish it. I'm on my way.
An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. Dejan Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. Deeds. Stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camaria's business. A Boston manufacturer's files.
I should put some money on that.
Live stock prices. I had fun for a while too. At first.
I should put some money on that.
Nobody told me there would be a retainer here. What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the Council.
Why would the Council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
Like I said, Mr. Bazori, I'm here on behalf of the Council. You know as well as I do that if you don't know about it already, you're not supposed to.
Think very carefully about what you're going to say, Lane. I'll ask you one more time. What are you doing here?
You're putting me in an awkward position.
Do you really want to die today?
Sir, I'm just obeying orders. If I have to die for my mission, so be it.
I've rarely seen such a stubborn kind.
I'm not just a blood pouch.
I don't know what's going on, but I really don't have time to lose.
What do you...
You can be sure I'll report this to both the Council and the Prince.
No, please. I don't have a choice. I beg you, I'm only following orders. If you complain about me, I'm done for. Promise me you won't tell anyone about it, please. I've always been a loyal servant of the Council. I'm risking my life.
You're right.
I really don't want to.
So be it. This will be our secret. Fine. If we've both got to be here, we might as well work together.
Well, I've already searched the wife's office. Nothing. Then I went through his office. It looks like someone has already cleaned it up. I didn't find anything. I'm working on the bookshelf in this hallway, and I found something here.
What?
A file on the domain's finances the Council would rather not see end up in the police's hands.
Give it to me. I must return to the court tonight.
There's no need, sir. I have to destroy them.
Listen, have you thought about what you want? Your career?
I know how to stay in my place. I can't think. I must obey my master, no matter the cost. Sorry. I've got orders, Mr. Bazori. Lieutenant, over here!
What is it, Lane?
I just found these files. We need to take them to the Financial Crimes Unit. Come with me to the elevator, and I'll show you, sir.
You can go, Lieutenant.
All right, Smith. See you later.
You're wasting my time. I'll teach you a lesson.
I must be going. I'm truly sorry.
You know I won't forget this.
I know. And I'm sorry, Mr. Bazori.
Meet me there.
Okay, sure. To rest.
I should put some money on that.
That's not a good sign. I've got what I need. Let's go back to the prince.
So the prince wasn't too disappointed?
She didn't express her gratitude, at any rate.
With you, she must not be used to failure. The others were pretty surprised, in fact.
Were they?
Some of them think you're not as motivated as you used to be. They think you're tired. They're wrong, aren't they?
I'm not done yet. This body has many long years ahead of it.
Then you'll have to prove to them. Those who are disappointed today will be your enemies tomorrow.
Let them talk.
You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think that this setback will be an issue for our plans to...
A favor from the prince wouldn't have hurt. But it's not the be-all, end-all in determining your fate. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals.
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Beryl is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Beryl would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you, what caused it?
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too bad.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Fang, I'm going to have a word with him.
Oh? To Beryl? Why?
I trust you, but I don't trust him. I asked you not to go near him. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear enough.
I thought the prince was gonna call for you any minute now.
I'm sure I'll have enough time to clear the air with him first. Once and for all. While you're waiting, stay put.
As you wish.
Just one more, and then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
Mr. Bazori, your child is in his office.
Caleb, by all means, make yourself right at home. You? Here? How extraordinarily rare. To what do I owe the honor?
Enough, Beryl. Did you speak with Feng?
I'm not one to keep an eye on the comings and goings of your retainers.